Tonight at 5:30, we begin with breaking news in campaign 2014 and the race for Rhode Island governor.
I'm not going to be seeking re-election for governor.
Governor Lincoln Chafee making a major announcement today about his political future.
As you just heard him say, he is not seeking a second term, and he called an afternoon news conference to explain why.
Well, obviously, it's not just the time and the energy that goes into a campaign, but as you know, if you're looking at an election, sometimes you make compromises that might not be made if you weren't involved in a campaign.
The governor, who recently joined the Democratic Party, says he is not running next year because he wants to devote his time to governing, not campaigning.
He says he made the decision after months of talking it over with his family. WPRI.com reporter Ted Nesi was there for today's announcement. Ted, how would you describe today's reaction from the Rhode Island political world?
Stunned, I'd say. The reporters, I was standing there at the news conference with the rest of the political press corps in Rhode Island, and we were all shocked. And the reaction from everyone I've spoken to afternoon is they're shocked too. On some level, the writing was on the wall for Lincoln Chafee. He only won office with about a third of the vote back in 2010. His polling numbers have been very weak all through his term of office. His fundraising hasn't been too strong either. Yet people were still planning, especially after he decided to become a Democrat, which happened just in May, that he would be in the Democratic primary. But now he is out.
And Ted, Chafee's announcement was less than 4 hours ago, but it's already making national headlines. What are you hearing from Washington?
Almost immediately after the governor's announcement, the Cook Political Report, which is a very closely watched forecasting service down in Washington, moved its rating on our governor's race in Rhode Island for 2014 to leans Democratic. They said without Chafee in the mix and with the likely candidates being Angel Taveras and Gina Raimondo, whoever comes out of that race is likely to be a fairly strong candidate for governor, stronger than Chafee would have been. So you're already seeing that fallout from his decision.
The election is obviously over a year away. Fundraising is a key role in this whole thing. Who would you say is in the best position right now?
That's easy. It has to be Treasurer Gina Raimondo, first-term Democrat. She has close ties to people in the finance world and a national network of people she raises money from, and she now has more than $2 million in her campaign war chest, which is a huge amount of money for a Rhode Island politician. You also see Angel Taveras there on your screen, the first-term mayor of Providence, another Democrat. He's doing well too. He's raised about $700,000, which is pretty good, though it's dwarfed by Raimondo. Other candidates are further behind. So we'll be watching, obviously, in the coming months to see how they and others react to Lincoln Chafee's big decision.